Good morning, Bertram Palm class. Welcome to your maths lesson on Tuesday the 21st of April. We thought we'd try something a little bit different. Seeing as we can't teach you in the classroom, I thought I'd bring the classroom to you guys and teach you for a video. Hopefully it'll only be a short video, but I just wanted to show you how to record something in millimetres and centimetres. So that's what we're learning today. We're learning to, so I will put the date, it's 21st of April. And we are learning to measure in millimetres. So mm means millimetres and centimetres, cm. Okay, so that's what we're going to be learning today. Now in year 2, hopefully you would have learned how to record something in centimetres. So if I just draw from 0 centimetres to 1 centimetre, that line there, that little line, is 1 centimetre. Okay? That little line is 1 centimetre. Now within that line, there are also little lines. So if you go and have a look on your ruler, if I just hold it up to the screen, I don't know where you can see, there are little lines in there. So from 0 until 1 centimetre, there are also little lines. And those little lines are called millimetres. So sometimes something won't be exactly however many centimetres, it might be a few millimetres as well. And within 1 centimetre, I'll choose a different colour pen. So 1 centimetre, within 1 centimetre, there is, which means it's equal to 10 millimetres. That means there are 10 little lines in 1 centimetre. If you have a look at your ruler, there should be 10 little lines from 0 centimetres to 1 centimetre. There should be 10 little lines. Okay, you might only be able to count 8, but the first 2, the one at 0 and the one at 1 centimetre, would also be classed as a line, so there'd be 10. So if you think about how many millimetres in 10 centimetres, so if we, for some experts in the room, let's have a look. So if you're doing 1 centimetre is 10 millimetres, if you've got 10 centimetres, if I times that by 10 and that by 10, 10 times 10 is 100, yep, 100 millimetres. So within 10 centimetres there's 100 millimetres. So within 10 centimetres, 10 all the way up here, there's 100 little lines. Okay, and they are called millimetres, millimetres. I'm going to write that here as well for you. Millimetres. Now it's a bit confusing because milli sounds like million. Well, it does sound like million, but it's millimetres. Okay, that's how you write it. But for short, we just write mm. Millimetres, okay, mm. Now, millimetres are the smallest unit of measure. That means that they are the smallest thing you could actually measure things in. Okay. Now, we'd only ever use millimetres to measure centimetres and millimetres. So we might want to measure this pen, and it might be centimetres and then millimetres. But if we're going to measure like a house or a road, we wouldn't use millimetres because they're the smallest. We wouldn't do that. We'd probably use something like a metre stick. Okay, so we'd measure things in metres. My pen has just rolled off the desk. Fabulous, don't know where it went. So millimetres are for small items, and for things that you measure in centimetres, they're not exactly centimetres. So I'm going to measure this pen, just to show you. I'm going to put it on 0 centimetres because that's where I need to start it. Now, you can't really see, but if I draw, so from here to here is there. Now, I've just drawn a line there. I'll draw a line of how far my pen was, just so you can see how long my pen was. Now, oh, I've forgotten how much, hold on. Right, so if I'm measuring my pen, I start it at 0 and I've done that, and I can see it's just gone past 14. It's just gone past 14 centimetres. So the pen, if I'm going to measure it in centimetres, the nearest centimetres, I'm going to say 14 centimetres, okay? But if I need to measure the pen accurately, it's just over 14 actually. And there's some millimetres in there. So what I can do is I can count the lines in millimetres, and I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the bigger line normally, so you can normally tell if it's halfway. Half of 10 is 5. So I've got 14 centimetres, but then I've also got 5 millimetres. So this is how you write it. You write 14 centimetres and 5 millimetres. Okay? You can also write that. So in year 3, you need to know 14 centimetres and 5 millimetres, or you can write 14.5 centimetres. That means it's 14.5 centimetres. So it's not actually 14, it's 14.5, because half of 10 is 5, so 14.5 centimetres. Or you can say 14 centimetres and 5 millimetres. So it's not exactly 14 centimetres, it's a bit more than that. So if I need to measure it accurately, that's what I can measure it in. Let's try something else. What else can I measure? Oh, look at these big post-it notes I bought. Let's measure those. So let's do that up here. I'm going to measure it this way. Oh, it's a bit longer. Okay, I'm just going to get my pen and mark off where it is. Ooh. Oh, it's just over. Okay, so the post-it notes, I'll draw the line here so you can see. The line stood here, and it went all the way up to 20 centimetres and then 1 millimetre. So the post-it notes, ginormous post-it notes equaled 20 centimetres and 1 millimetre. And I could also write that as 20.1 centimetres. That's a year 4 scale, 20.1. But you can see 20 and 1 millimetre, 20.1. The decimal point that we learned that in our Maths and Money. Hopefully that makes sense. So just to remember that you need to record centimetres and millimetres, you put however many centimetres and however many millimetres. Okay, so your task today, you've got a maths task. What you're going to do is you are going to be measuring some cars. Now the cars are on the screen, so when you open them up, the cars will be on the worksheet. So what you'll probably need to do is get your ruler onto the computer screen to have a measure however many they are. Record your answer in centimetres. Can you see my finger there? I'm not sure if you can. Centimetres and millimetres. So how many centimetres and how many millimetres, and then challenge yourself. Can you do like the decimal point? So how many centimetres, how many millimetres, and then you record it in centimetres. Okay, see if you can do that. I'm going to stick one of these gigantic post-it notes to remind me for tomorrow, because for the rest of the week we're going to be doing measurements. And one thing we all need to remember is how many millimetres in a centimetre. So if I have, I'm going to put this gigantic post-it note up here so we can remember. I might just stick it on the wall. So if I have, oh, everything's fine in there. If I have 1 centimetre, which is probably about the width of my nail or my finger, 1 centimetre, how many little millimetres, how many little lines in a centimetre? There are 10, yes. 10 millimetres. And if I have 10 centimetres, I'm timesing that by 10, so I can times this by 10. 10 times 10 is 100. So there'll be 100 millimetres in 10 centimetres. I have a challenge for you. If anybody's watching this video, if you'd like to do the challenge, you can comment in the maths work, see if you can do it. So in 1 centimetre is 10 millimetres. I wonder if you can work out 5 centimetres. If 1 centimetre is 10 millimetres, 5 centimetres is going to be what? See if you can figure that out. Okay, that's your challenge for today. You've also got an application challenge. Let's talk about that for a minute. Just to help you. Where should I rub off? Rub it all off. No, I'll leave that on there so you can see. So for your application challenge, you have got a line, my ruler, that goes from, the line isn't accurate, so don't worry about the line, 0 centimetres and 2 centimetres. And then you've got millimetres in between, so halfway is going to be 1 centimetre, isn't it? Because that's half of that. And then you've got, so I'll do the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've got those. And then you've got some letters. So it will say, it might have a letter, I don't know if this is accurate, but it will have an arrow and it will have the letter A. You've got to figure out what, let's do a different colour, what this one is. Okay, so 0 centimetres is this one. So you've got to figure out how many millimetres, because it hasn't reached the centimetres yet, so it's definitely millimetres. So you can count. So go 1 millimetre, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A would then be equals 6 millimetres. Okay, it wouldn't be a point because you haven't reached that one yet. If I then went up here, 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2 centimetres. If I'm then trying to work out, let's say this bit is B, this would then be 1 centimetre, so B would then be 1 centimetre. And how many millimetres? So I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 millimetres. And I can challenge myself going 1.5 centimetres. Hope that makes sense for everyone. Remember that you were recording it in centimetres and millimetres. Okay? Hope you have a lovely day. You'll see another video for tomorrow as well. And then you've got a Kahoot game. But yeah, have a lovely day. Work hard. We'd love to be in the classroom with you, but we can't at the moment. So this is what we're going to have to do for the moment. But we miss you loads. All right. Stay safe. Work hard. Miss you. Bye.